Hello, I'm Monika Yadav, and today we are diving into India's manufacturing sector. Despite government's efforts to boost domestic manufacturing, there has not been much progress on this front. The Modi government had launched Make in India initiative in 2014 to increase the share of manufacturing in the economy to 25% by 2020 with the creation of 100 million jobs in the sector. However, this target has been delayed 3 times and now it has been shifted to 2025. In a bid to give impetus to the manufacturing sector, the government has opened up several sectors like defense, manufacturing, railways, space, and single brand retail for foreign direct investment. Regulatory policies have been eased to make it easier to do business and attract more investments. The government took additional steps to boost domestic investments like the National Infrastructure Pipeline, corporate tax reduction, addressing liquidity issues of NBFCs and banks, trade policy measures, and promoting domestic manufacturing through initiatives like public procurement orders and production-linked incentive schemes. The government also introduced various sector-specific schemes like phased manufacturing program for producing electric vehicles, wrist wearable devices, mobile phones by curtailing the import duties and thus contributing to Make in India campaign. On the corporate tax front, concessional rate of 15% was introduced for new manufacturing domestic companies set up after October 2019, subject to the condition that commercial production was commenced before April 2024. Further, manufacturing in special economic zones was given a fillip by extending the sunset date for setting up of units eligible for 10-year tax holiday to March 2021. However, in spite of all these incentives, the outcomes have not been very impressive. According to the government data, the manufacturing sector share in the gross domestic product stood at 15% in FY24 as against 18% in FY14. Speaking of the average in past decade, it comes at 16%. As per the annual survey of industries in FY22, 1.72 crore people were engaged in the manufacturing sector. In FY24, manufacturing output surged 5.5% as against 4.7% in the previous year. The share of gross fixed capital formation, which indicates the level of investment in physical assets like machinery, equipment, and buildings for the manufacturing sector, is down from 17.8% of total gross fixed capital formation during 2011-12 to 14% during FY22. It peaked at 18.1% during FY16 and has not recovered since then. The FDI in India has increased to $71.35 billion in FY23 from $36.046 billion in FY14, according to the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Now let's discuss the various factors behind the lackluster growth in the manufacturing sector in the last decade. One of the most important reasons for the Indian manufacturing sector to be struggling is that an increasing proportion of low as well as high value adding products are being imported, particularly from China and Hong Kong. For example, our import from China and Hong Kong were at 18.1% of our total imports during FY24, which were just 12.3% during FY10. During this period, the import intensity of GDP too has gone up. It implies that we have been increasingly dependent on China for our consumption and investment. As the dependence on imports increase, the share of manufacturing in gross fixed capital formation too has fallen from about 18% to just about 15%. If we don't invest, there is no way for the manufacturing sector to recover. The PLI schemes, which are linked simply to value of production, are also not expected to help as they encourage lazy manufacturing. The global economy has been in turmoil since 2008. The interest rate cycle has been disturbed since then. Later, COVID pandemic caused another major setback. The war in Europe after 70 years and the Middle East only made the matters worse. India's interest rate cycle has also reflected the global trend, which is full of uncertainty. Some experts say that this is a case of industrial stagnation driven by less demand in consumer segment. Industries linked with infrastructure have done well. Further, employment opportunities and demand increased in services, especially banking, financial services and insurance. That has also kept share of manufacturing down in the total GDP. So now it's time to conclude our discussion on India's manufacturing sector. Hope you liked this video. Stay tuned for more insights and discussions. This is Monika Yadav signing off. Thank you for watching.